Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Michaela, and on this channel, I bring through messages about what I'm currently going through on my own personal healing and awakening journey to hopefully help you feel a little bit less alone on your journey and to know that you're not the only one that's going through these highs and lows, these emotional roller coasters as you rediscover who you truly are and come back into wholeness. There is so much that can make us feel like we're doing life wrong. And my intention with these messages that I bring through are to help you to realize that you're actually doing it so right. You are on your path, you are headed in the right direction, and the mind might try to convince you that you are falling off track and you have to go back to your old ways. But my hope is that you'll use these videos as an anchor point of knowing that you are on the right track. And I have a couple of messages that Spirit wanted to bring through today about the lessons and opportunities that we are traversing right now. Trust that you were drawn here for a reason. Always use your own intuition and discernment as I'm sharing, remembering that these messages that are coming through are from my own personal relationship with the divine, but that if you are led here, it's likely because there's an important message in it for you. So I invite you to come in with an open heart and an open mind. So the first thing that has been showing up that could be brushed off as seemingly insignificant are opportunities for strengthening our intuition. And this is happening because in the very near future, we are going to have certain circumstances and opportunities that appear in our life where it is going to be so essential for us to be tapped into our intuition and to know if those opportunities are a yes or if they're a no. So what we are going through and what we've already been going through are a series of opportunities to really learn how the intuition works, what it feels like when the intuition is speaking to us, and to strengthen that so that when there are opportunities that can drastically change the course of our life, drastically change our path. We know what a yes feels like and we know what a no feels like. And this is very different from what the logical mind might think is a yes or a no. We're really learning how to discern between that deep intuitive yes versus the yes that makes logical sense. The opportunities that are coming in could have this disguise, almost like a mask, where they look like they're really good, where they look like they're everything that you want. But on that intuitive level, something doesn't feel right. And right now we are refining that and really getting in touch with what that feels like. So when we are faced with these larger opportunities, we really know how to trust ourselves and can take great strides forward. So as an example, I just want to share something that was seemingly meaningless that happened to me yesterday that actually showed me what it really feels like to listen to your intuition even when it doesn't make sense. So I was going to the grocery store, which is a simple errand that I run all the time, obviously. And I thought that I was going to go to this certain grocery store because the prices were lower and they had flowers and things that I wanted there. And every single time I tuned into going to that grocery store, I got this like pit in my stomach and I felt like physically sick. And it was so interesting and it was subtle. So it's something that like I typically would have ignored because my mind was saying, well, the prices are good and they have the things that I need. And, I really feel like I'm supposed to go there. And so I was at first ignoring my intuition and just saying, okay, I'm just going to go. But because I'm aware that I'm going through these intuitive upgrades and intuitive tests, I don't see any of these opportunities as meaningless. So I was reminded by my higher self very gently. It literally felt like just a slight nudge, a slight whisper, which is what the intuition typically feels like, to consider going to this other grocery store. And as soon as I tuned into that one, that little stomach ache I had when I was thinking about the other grocery store completely went away. And it was so subtle that I almost could have just written it off as nothing. But because I am aware of this, which is my intention for bringing this through to you, to the collective right now, when we're aware that the intuition is always trying to speak to us, we can actually learn so much out of these really small and seemingly meaningless choices. And so when I got to the other grocery store, everything was in alignment. I got a parking spot out front. Everyone was so kind. I saw so many angel numbers like 444, 222, 333 everywhere. These little confirmations that are just like telling me that I'm going down the right path. And everything just felt easy at this place. There wasn't anything huge that happened from me going there, but I'm starting to understand that there can be so many activations that happen through being at the right place at the right time. Now, this could have led to an opportunity where I meet the right person at the right time, but I think that is what we're building towards right now through allowing our intuition to take the lead and not needing the logical mind to always run the show. Now, I don't know exactly why I was meant to go to that grocery store. I know that everything did open up for me and it felt really easy, but the messages that I'm getting around it are that we don't really even know how much we are activated by certain people's energies, things that we overhear that we're not even conscious of, and sometimes our energy is needed in a space. Also, the other thing that can happen is that we can be protected from energies that we're not meant to encounter. So maybe the other grocery store, there was a negative energy or something that I just really, it wasn't in my highest good to experience at that time. So it's allowing ourselves to really trust fall into what our intuition is telling us, even if it seems meaningless. Because what that does is it creates this imprint within us of a memory of what that intuitive no felt like. And as we listen to that and honor that, it gets stronger. So when these larger opportunities that are coming in for us, and they're coming in hot, I'm hearing it's like they're all going to be coming in at once, and our intuition is going to be strong enough to be able to make the right decision. And that's something that Spirit is saying right now is please do not worry, because these tests, these opportunities are really preparing us, so much so that when those big opportunities come in, it's going to feel easy. It's going to feel very obvious. And that's the whole point of these little tests that are coming in for us right now. So that brings me to my next message that is coming through, which is that it is not always about getting it right, and that there's so much value in getting it wrong. Because when we don't listen to our intuition, and when we listen to that logical mind or the fear that comes in telling us that we need to do certain things instead of listening to our intuition, we experience the discomfort and the lack of alignment in our life. When we do listen to the intuition, we feel really good and we know that we're on the right track. And when we don't listen to it, we have experiences that feel uncomfortable. But you are safe right now to make mistakes. You are safe to learn through perceived failures. And that discomfort that you feel, when you become aware of it, will leave this imprint in you that will help you to listen to your intuition more clearly the next time. And you can take as long as you need. Right now, if you're watching this video, it's likely that you are moving at a very fast pace and that you are mastering your intuition right now. And so I think the most important thing to remember is there's really no way to mess it up. We learn just as much through our perceived failures as we do with the successes like I experienced yesterday. But trust me when I tell you that I've had so many experiences that have felt like massive failures over the past couple of weeks that have pushed me to really recognize that sometimes my logical mind doesn't know best, and that's okay. I survived those experiences. They were uncomfortable. They led me to feel like I was being set back, but I actually leaped forward once I realized what those experiences were there to teach me. And a lot of those experiences actually revolved around the next message that is coming through, which is about boundaries and being direct. So if you're here, it's likely that you've been on this really beautiful healing journey where you are doing a lot of shadow work, where you're having to navigate so many intense energies on a daily basis that to the outside world who's not doing this work, it might seem like you're not doing that much. It might seem like you can just be available at their disposal at any given time to help them or support them or just even spend time with them. And when I say them, I just mean maybe the people in your life who aren't fully understanding of what it is that you're working through right now. And what we are being asked to learn is to understand how to be firm and direct in our boundaries, and to understand that you are not in debt to anyone. Now, of course, if you have children and people who are dependent on you, there will be times when you need to give, but that's not really the people that I'm talking about right now. The people that I'm talking about are the people who really don't see you clearly. And we are really being asked to learn how to put ourselves first right now. how to really see the depth of the work that we're doing and know that it's okay to be direct in our boundaries, to disappoint people, to be misunderstood by people, to let people down in our lives, because it means for maybe the first time in our entire lives, truly putting ourselves first, truly valuing our sensitive hearts and souls, and protecting our inner child, protecting this sacred work that we're doing, and really only sharing our energy with people who are a match to us, with people who can reciprocate and help elevate us as well. We deserve that, and we're calling that in right now. And that's actually how we are going to attract soul family into our physical reality. We're meeting each other through this screen right now, but we are going to be attracting real soul family into our physical reality as we learn to master these very important boundaries. You can be loving and firm and direct. And this is going to open up our throat chakras. It's going to open up our heart chakras. And it's going to be so incredibly healing, because for so long, I know in my life personally, I didn't really understand why I was feeling so overwhelmed by being around so many people. I didn't really understand what it felt like when my boundaries were crossed and what it felt like to be out of alignment. And now it's like I can barely even tolerate it, to allow my boundaries to be crossed or to be in circumstances where I feel so out of alignment. I'm still experiencing these things right now, and I'm still experiencing these conversations where I'm not being direct enough, or I'm not setting boundaries firmly enough. But through those experiences, like I said, of perceived failure, I'm learning how horrible it feels to do that, and how aligned it feels, even if it's scary, even if it's intimidating, to speak my truth. So we are being called to really understand the value of the work that we're doing right now, and to create a sacred space around us as much as we possibly can. I know we all have different circumstances with family and people that we live with, but we are just being asked to be that protector for ourselves, to show up for ourselves in the way that we may have needed a parent to show up for us in our life, and to really be that loving presence that sees us and honors us and is okay with being misunderstood by others, because we are finally understanding ourselves. And know that you will not feel alone with this if you do right now. You will not feel alone with this for much longer. Call on support. Call on your angels, call on your guides to be with you and to help you remain firm in your boundaries with love and assertiveness and clarity. We are learning to speak our truth with conviction. And with everything, we're just really being called to find balance too, because when it comes to communicating your truth, sometimes your intuition is going to tell you that it's best to just walk away, that it's best to, communicate a boundary and not explain it any further, or to really just remove yourself from the situation and say, you know what, I'm just needing space right now. Keep it about you. There's no need to start fights with people to try to convince them to believe what you believe or to see you. This is about you seeing you and doing what it takes to protect your energy right now. Your energy is so sacred. It is so valuable, and you deserve peace. And lastly, I just want you to know that any uncomfortable energy that comes up for you at this time, any fear or anxiety or anger or rage or sadness, let it move through you. This is always my message, but I just want to affirm that it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong if you feel uncomfortable. Take care of yourself right now. Nurture yourself. And that doesn't always mean needing to do things in order to feel good. Sometimes nurturing yourself means allowing yourself to be in that space temporarily as those emotions move through you. And then once you feel that those emotions have passed, doing something that nurtures you. So for me right now, I've just been really loving Qigong. I will link the instructor that I use on YouTube in the description box. Dancing has been really powerful. Making art has been really powerful for me. So it's like this balance of allowing yourself to really feel whatever comes up for you, because as we set these boundaries and as we learn to trust our intuition, sometimes the fear that we're purging out of us will get louder and we'll have to face the discomfort of that. But it's so important to just let those energies move through you. Know that you don't have to do anything to fix them. You are already doing so amazing on this path, and I'm so proud of you. So please be proud of yourself and just know that you are on the right track. Even if it feels uncomfortable, that is a sign of growth, and we're really preparing ourselves for some amazing opportunities that are coming in, and I feel so excited thinking about it and so grateful to be able to share this experience with you. Thank you so much for being here on earth with me at this time, navigating these lessons with me. I'm sending you so much love and strength and healing. You are so much more powerful than you realize. Honor what you've been through. Honor what you're going through. Put yourself first. Don't be afraid to be firm and direct. Listen to your intuition when you can, and love yourself unconditionally when you experience those failures, because they are actually just showing you what alignment feels like. So proud of you. So proud of us. And I just want to thank all of you guys for your amazing comments. And I would absolutely love to hear how this one resonated for you in the comments. I literally love hearing from you guys in any capacity. Even if you just comment your favorite emoji or comment one thing in the video that really helped you, I just love hearing from you, and I think it really helps to bring this community of our soul family together. Thank you also to those of you who have supported my channel through your donations and your super thanks. It means so much to me and really does help me to keep going and keep creating messages like this. Sending you so much gratitude at this time, and I will see you in the next one.